Namaste lovers, Darci here, and I am in my kitchen at our casa, and I just wanted to clarify, I didn't realize when I printed out this recipe for our Lovers Cleanse that Michael and I do, how many of you would have picked it up. And so it's so funny. I want to clarify some things because the list that you all have was actually never intended to be like something that a lot of people were looking at. So there's a lot of abbreviated things that may not make sense to everybody. So for one, at the top of the recipe list that I left at the studio, everyone's been taking them, it says this list is for 18 juices, 2 lovers, 2 people. So that means that everything on that list is going to be 3 days, 2 people having 3 juices a day. So that list is going to make 18 juices. And I had doubled the original recipe. So you're going to each get 3 16-ounce juices every day for 3 days, the both of you. So if you want to do this cleanse and it's just you, cut everything in half. The way I do it for my family, I go and I buy everything, and then I come home and I sort it out on the table, and I sort them into the juices. So the gorgeous green juice, and then there's the spinach apple juice, and then there's the ginger beet juice. This way I can just grab and go. You can mix and match these juices. Say you only like one of them, you can do that juice the entire time. Say you're kind of hungry and need more than 3 16-ounce juices, add another one. Be flexible just like you are on your mat. Just create it, make it your own. So listen to your heart, listen to your tummy, what you need. And play around with the recipes. These are suggestions. I've had them personally, so I know they're gorgeous. But they're just suggestions. So like say if you like, we're going to do the ginger beet juice. So if you like everything in here, but you just do not like apples, then that's fine. You do not have to have the apples. You could sub it for anything else. I recommend for carrots, especially when you're cooking with potatoes. We're not cooking with potatoes today, but getting a peeler. This is magic. It has saved so much time, and it makes your veggies look beautiful. So we're going to do ginger beet juice for our Yoga Bliss video today. Just so we can clarify any questions, because I use a cheesecloth. And some of you may be using a juicer. I'm old-fashioned. So I like to get the vegetables that are still on the vine, and preferably organic, but that's up to you and what is close to you. Just make sure whatever you get, that you come home and that you wash it and you rinse it and you give it lots of love. Even though I'm going to be peeling this skin off, you can go ahead and wash it and make it look nice and pretty. You don't have to peel the skin off, by the way. You can just cut to the top and throw it in. Okay, so that's up to you if you want to peel. So we're going to have to peel the beets and the carrots, and then everything else we can chop with our nice knife. You want to have a nice sharp knife. So baby Kit is kind of like my sous chef. He's in the background and he's going to be juicing with me. I'm really excited for this one. I had the gorgeous green juice for my morning bliss class today, and it kept me sustained and nourished. And now I'm kind of feeling ready for this one for sure. So let's play. So we're going to first remove, I love this. I love being able to go to the market and get the roots and get the entire beauty of the food we're getting ready to put into our body. Not the little chopped up mini pre-cut carrots that are in the bags ready and easy to dip. That's not a carrot. This is a carrot. Okay, this is from Mother Earth. I grabbed it on my own and put it in my own bag. So this is the way you want to buy veggies and fruits, especially if you're juicing, okay? I know organic produce can be expensive, but think of it as a life insurance policy. If you take care of your insides, that's really true wealth and happiness. And with organic food becoming so popular, it is now becoming a lot less expensive. We are on a budget, and we are still able to eat nice and healthy on a budget. So anybody can do it. Sprouts always has lots of great deals. Natural grocers. I got this from a mix of places, but there's lots of places available. Even Walmart sells organic. So just wherever you need to go. You don't really need to do a lot of chopping because we're going to put stuff in the blender. Now, I don't have a juicer. We will be getting a juicer soon, for sure. But I really like the meditative factor of the cheesecloth because it just is really nice. Hey, baby kid, do you like the cheesecloth? Did you hear the word cheese and get hungry? So what I like to do, here's tip number 1 for the blender that is not on your recipe list. Since we're making this juice for 2 people, okay, so on your recipe list, you're going to cut the ingredients into a third. That's for 2 people. I'm only going to put half of everything in here because my blender it's a nice size blender. It's big, but it's not going to hold everything. Okay, it's not. There's no way it's going to hold all of this comfortably. Okay, it'll be too tight and it won't work. It'll hurt the blender. So we're just going to do half. So I'm going to do, let's see, what are we doing on this one? We're going to have carrots. Reading the recipe, sorry guys. 6 minutes. So we have 2 carrots. So I'm only putting 1 in on this first round, okay? Okay, so basically I'm just making single servings at a time. Alright, so half my carrot. Let's do something a little quicker. We'll do this gorgeous orange, sparkly orange. By the way, these are 48 cents a pound at Sprouts right now. And usually when things are on sale at supermarkets, I kind of get a little creeped out because if you look up close at like berries on sale, at some places there'll be like mold in the middle or on the bottom. You have to really investigate. You can't just trust that box of strawberries, every strawberry is going to be nice and yummy. So, I'm kind of OCD with picking fruits. I'm that person in the store. It's kind of annoying. So I'm going to peel my orange now, slice it. I love when the sunlight, the natural light, or just the kitchen light is shining down and the juices are just splashing up. It's so beautiful. This just comes from Mother Earth. Why wouldn't we want to put it in our body and nourish with it? So like I cut the oranges into 4s and I do peel them. I'm not sure if it would necessarily be bad for you to have an orange peel if you have a juicer. I am not your like #1 kitchen person to ask for that. I'm good at juicing, but not a lot of kitchen stuff. So find out. I bet it could be, you know, I bet you can a whole orange, but I'm gonna peel it, and there's 2 oranges, so I'm gonna put a whole orange in this batch because remember I'm just making 1 serving at a time, so I don't clog up the blender. Baby Kit, I love when you sing lullabies to me. Mama, that's a lovely lullaby. Mama, Mama. Bubba. We are fireside right now. Daddy's taking a nap. Big boy Charlie's taking a nap. And I have about 2 hours till I go teach kids yoga fairy, after school yoga, and I'm subbing for the beautiful Kim tonight for the mindful bliss flow. Baby, are you learning to blow bubbles? That's why you're doing that. How precious are you? I like to wash my hands in between every one or every other fruit or veggie. Not necessarily with soap, because I've already washed these and given them a nice bath. But just to cleanse, to clean the palate, basically. What are we doing next? So now we're going to do one large beet. Again, when I originally started this juicing, it's kind of talking to vegetables. Hi, baby. When I originally started this, I would just buy the big loose beets, which those are beautiful and they're perfectly fine. But Sprouts was sold out of everything. I went late last night after all my teaching, so they were wiped out. But this is gorgeous. I just said, why have I not bought the beets like this? Because again, you're not buying something that's pre-sliced and pre-packaged. You get to see the magic. You get to see the beauty in Mother Nature. What we're getting ready to put into our body, to our temple. So, I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to reserve this. I'm pretty sure we could do something with it. We probably could have with the carrot tops too. So we'll have to do that the next time we have this juice. Beets are a gorgeous, gorgeous messy. They're kind of like pomegranates. Wear something that you don't care about maybe getting beet juice on. It's bloody looking, but it's a beautiful like pomegranate color. I actually use this on my lips, this kind of color. A lot of natural lip balms are made with either pomegranate juice or beet juice. So just a little beauty tip that's super gorgeous, because that color, you can't beat that color. And don't even get me started on pomegranates. That is another thing. We'll have to do a whole video on pomegranates, because I opened up my first one at 30 years old and I couldn't believe how many pomegranate seeds were in there. And I was mesmerized. And I was supposed to make it for a recipe, and I ended up eating it all before I made the recipe. So this will save you a lot of time. The same thing that I can peel my carrots. By the way, I decided not to peel them for this. I'm just going to get all the good nutrients in the skin. Just throw them in there. I don't know what I was thinking when I brought the peeler out, but we do need the peeler for this, okay? Here's the postman, the mailman. So, this, you're going to peel it just like you would a carrot. Be mindful of your hand, okay? And it gets gorgeous. Never judge. I'm learning this slowly, my OCD produce shopping. Never judge something. I judge apples kind of by the cover. But like a beet or an onion or a potato, you can't judge that by the cover, because they just are earthy. They're raw. They're right in front of your face. They're not, they don't look polished and prim like an apple. So I agree. Are you laughing at the Momo cat? You're silly. You're a goose. This is so pretty. Now, look at my hands. Okay, you don't want to like accidentally rub your nose or wipe your eye. I should probably rinse my hands before. What's going on? Oh, here's your song. MC Yogi. Here you go. So baby Kit has lots of teeth coming in. When baby Kit was little, I used to puree all this, so every time we would juice, he would get the pureed part of it, and he loved it. I couldn't believe it. This baby eats everything. He's been eating everything since like 3.5, 4 months old. So he's got lots of teeth coming in, and he's hit or miss on being in pain. It's kind of sad. But my friend Victoria told me about vanilla extract, rubbing it on the gums. So that's super. I've got tons of vanilla, and I know that's healthier than any type of medicine. Not any type of medicine, but some of the stuff that's on in the stores is, you don't want it in a baby. Look at that. Shiny, sparkly. This is our beet. I don't really need to do much more. I need to discard what I just peeled off. But then I can just cut it into some decent, it smells so good too. I mean, it is so earthy. This is really, really good with goat cheese, asparagus over greens with, like, if you're vegan or vegetarian, that's it. Maybe some candied pecans and like a balsamic vinaigrette. But you could also do like a grilled shrimp, or you could do tofu, anything. So I'm just putting these kind of, they're not super small, little pieces, throwing them in. This called for 2 large beets. So I'm just putting 1 in for this one. Water's boiling, so I need a cup of tea. But if you're juicing, no caffeine, no liquor, no alcohol. We don't want to cancel out our juicing by detoxing and then putting toxins in our body, especially with any alcohol. So I like to have coffee. I love having coffee. I'm kind of back and forth with coffees. I go for weeks having it like 2 or 3 times a day, and then I go weeks without it, and I do tea all the time. So I'm going to have a cup of caffeine-free tea. I'm probably going to do raspberry leaf tea, because all my gorgeous, gorgeous teas are at the studio right now, which you will have to join us in a cup sometime. A little cup of tea or a cup of joe. All right. Oh, I just did what I told you not to do. Touch your forehead. Okay, so stained, but we'll get that out. It'll come out later. You gotta really, really scrub. Just don't be wearing white. Okay, so now we need an apple. We can discard this. Oh, we'll save that. We'll save the leaves for maybe something else. This apple's gorgeous. Everything seemed to be on sale at Sprouts, and it looked good. So I recommend going in. I know they get a shipment in around 11 on Monday, so you should definitely check that out. I got gorgeous ginger today at Natural Grocers. Like, I went ahead and just bought more than I needed for the recipe, because I'm gonna make some golden milk, another Ayurvedic treat that I'll share with you guys. It's got turmeric and ginger. Okay, my apple, again, I don't need super small slices. I just need enough to be friendly with the blade on the blender. Baby Kit, you are precious. Are you dancing to MC Yogi? He's booty calling, and you need to see. Get it, baby Kit. Don't you hit me. That was the meanest. That was the meanest. See what I mean with teething? Here, let me want a fresh piece of pear? I'll get you a little slice of an apple. Okay, so both of my boys officially booty pop. Charlie told me the other day, or today, that he liked booty popping. I was like, oh, okay, good times. Okay, we're good. Let me get this little bit of apple to baby Kit. Nope, not that one. That one fell before. Baby Kit. Here you go. It's an apple. All right. getting there. I talk a lot, but this does take some time. So if you have a busy schedule, I recommend making things in bulk and storing them properly. So you're just grabbing your juices and going, because they can last up to a few days after you've made it, if they're sealed nicely. Okay. Glass products are probably the best. You're not going to get anything from the plastic leaching into your food. And if you do plastic, just BPA free, or just be mindful of the labels. The labels are everything. It doesn't take time from our life, it adds time if we just look at the labels. The older I get, and now that I have children, I just want to be so mindful of what goes into their precious little bodies, because they're really kind of untainted right now. And we have the choice how we want to treat this one body. So I think as a mother, it's one of the ultimate, not duties, but dharmas that I should do for my children. All right. Last thing, ginger and kale, we're ready to blend. I'm so pumped to show you how to do the cheesecloth, because I feel like we've been over here for a million years. So we're going to use this Krishna Das radio station on iTunes is perfect. Perfect. 2 1-inch pieces. Wow, it's a lot of ginger. I forgot how much ginger's in this. That means each 16-ounce cup has one. You gotta do a lot of math with this juice glass too. 6 1-inch, so 1 inch. Wow, that is a lot of ginger. This is another awesome thing to have for ginger. Night and day different. You don't need to shred this or mince this like a lot of recipes call for minced ginger. You're just gonna peel the outer layer off. Okay, take the layer off, and then just cut it into little chunks and then throw it into the blender. This ginger smells. I mean, this whole process, you can make it as short or as long as you need to. I just happen to right now be on my break. So if you're like in a hurry, you can obviously turn all of this into a lot quicker time. But I'm on my break, and so I'm choosing to use this as one of my meditations today, to just be with this fruit, with this experience, and with you, and sharing it with you. I'm so excited to share it with you, because I know how yummy and nutritious these juices are for our bodies, and how they taste for our bodies. And the next Lover's Juice cleanse we're going to do, we have 3 totally different flavors. And then the juice cleanse we do after that, we're going to have a 7-day cleanse instead of 3, where we do all, there's 4 other flavors, so we'll do all 7 together. And there's like a tomato and jalapeno one for kind of your salty, spicy taste buds. There's a blueberry one. There's some fun blends. And I'm getting all these. I'm pulling these from Eating Well website. And I'm just playing with them, and I love it. Okay, I'm ready to cut. My ginger now looks like this. Well, it's stained with beets. I'm really craving a pomegranate ever since I mentioned it earlier, like an hour ago. I could use. I'm definitely hungry now. I've made it. It is 2:01. I've been up since 6. So I started prepping for our first juice at 6, because then I had to teach. So I've only had one juice. It's 2 o'clock. I've been up since 6. And I'm just now feeling okay. I need to have something now. I'm hungry. And I've only had one bottle of water. I suggest having a full bottle of water after each juice to sustain you. So technically we're having 6 8-ounce glasses a day, these juices. I just doubled them up into 3 hearty portions. This is so beautiful. Put some good music on and just get lost in your time in the kitchen. Last but not least, we need kale. I'm looking at the recipe, so we need... How much kale do we need? We have 2 oranges, 4 kale leaves. That's it. I'm adding more. That's one I'm going to add more in. We only need 2 apples, 2 carrots, 2 beets, 1-inch piece of ginger. Okay. So here we go. Yay. Finally move forward. This one, I just feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm adding more kale. You can play around and add more or less or sprinkle in new things. No worries. Use filtered water, please, with everything you do. Some faucet water, like in certain states, I'm sure certain parts of Oklahoma are fine, but there's a lot of fluoride and a lot of funkiness in other places, so don't take the chance. You can do ice cubes. You see how much water I have? I put a little more than I usually do actually in this one, but beets are really, really sweet. Apples are really, really sweet. You could almost do a green apple if you wanted it to be more kind of sour, tangy than a sweet. I think I did a Honeycrisp, so this might be a really sweet one. You can always play with the different varieties of fruits that you're using, like pears. One of our, I think it's the spinach apple juice calls for pears. Nope, it's the gorgeous green juice, and there's a million kinds of pears. So this is what we're doing. This is one juice. This is 1 16-ounce juice, okay? Putting it on. Is that everything? It's everything. I feel like I'm missing something because usually the blender's fuller than this. So just different consistencies. So we're just going to press it. All of that was in there, and now it's down to this, okay? So you think, oh, I'll just put a straw in it. Yeah, you could, but to get all the nutrients into one place, you're gonna wanna strain this. Let's bring my laptop so I don't stain the laptop with my deep fingers. How do I wanna do this? Yeah, that's good. Right. Okay, so I got a cheesecloth. I don't have a juicer, so this is what I use. Oh, this is what I was talking about. Like Burt's Bees and stuff, they'll make things with rhubarb. I mean, look at that, identical. And I use it on my lips. And then it's just natural. And then you don't have to worry about any chemicals on your face or your lips. I don't use this on my face, but that's another video. I've got lots of fun beauty tips for when you're eating healthy and taking care. So, here's the cheesecloth. It's big, so I folded it in half. Like this is in half. Okay, but I want it to be big so I can drape my bowl. My bowl's about this big. Hey, baby kid, you're being really good by the fire. Dada, he's taking the dada. We're gonna teach Charlie how to ride his bicycle after we make this video, because the sun's out and it's gorgeous outside. Okay. Pour it in. Make sure that your whole bowl is draped beautifully with like a little cheesecloth skirt. It's beautiful. Show you the texture. It's kind of thick. This one doesn't get as thick and foamy as kind of the other ones, like the green ones. This does not mean the blender's empty. We need to get that spatula out. Take the effort to scrape up all that nutrition and goodness. Now, actually, it doesn't matter on this first one, but on this second one, because we're getting ready to make a whole another second serving. This is Michael's, next one's mine. So we'll wait to scrape till the very end, because it's going right back in. Okay, so then I'm going to take this. I'm going to pull it up. Pull the other side up, okay? Be very mindful. This one gets messy, okay? So I'm going to look like I was doing something bad when I go to yoga tonight, because my hands will be a little beat. You could be smart and just wear gloves, but I didn't think of that till just now. So I usually do that. I think of things that are really good ideas when it's too late. So I like to bunch this up. Don't squeeze hard, okay, lovers? It will get in your eyeball, and it happened to me once a long time ago, and it didn't feel good. Kind of like when I accidentally get peppermint oil in my eye in class when we're passing it around. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's already juicing kind of on its own. Like if I was to let this bag sit here all day, I'm sure a lot of it would come out on its own, but I'm going to hold it here. And then I'm going to massage. I'm going to be very mindful and I'm going to think about all those veggies that I just held and I nurtured and I washed and I scrubbed to prepare them to enter into my body. And now I'm just going to slowly start to just massage. And actually, okay. Keep this part up and dry. It's not going to hurt you if it gets wet, but I'm making all my juices with this cheesecloth. So what I do is after each juice, I rinse it out with warm water, and then I line dry it, either out in the sun or on a little line dry. Just get some sunshine on it, let it dry. It'll dry quick because it's thin. It's a thin material. This is so beautiful, by the way. This bowl is just filling up with beautiful, beautiful colors. This is splashy, and it's very red. So there's no need to hurry. You can't be in a hurry when you're doing this part. The other part you can speed up. Be mindful with the knife and the scraper. Anytime you're in the kitchen with tools, I'm learning all this. I'm just now starting to dive into the kitchen and being in love with it. I never really took the time before, so I was too busy. Almost done. This one doesn't take as long. The other ones kind of get a thicker, foamier filling. See my hand? See everything? This is apply your pranayama to this. Apply your breath work, working on posture in all your moments. It's kind of like one of those stress balls. You want to sit, baby kid? Does baby kid want to sit? I'm really craving that goat cheese salad I was talking about. Bumblebee, give me 2 seconds. My hands are covered. Oh, look at that! Whoa! Is that the fire? Is that the fire? This is so super gorgeous. Be careful. Don't bang your head, lover. Almost done, guys. To have something good, it doesn't happen quick. You have to be patient. Now, of course, a juicer, you'd be done sipping your juice by now. But maybe some of you will see the meditative qualities in this process. And this just lets you know that there are other ways to get your juice. So don't feel like, I know I used to always see juice cleanse recipes and think, well, I can't do that. I don't have a juicer. But now I'm glad that there are other ways and that it's a beautiful way. I'm coming. You need another piece. Do you want a carrot? They're cut and ready to go. I'm going to pause this. So if you have to get up for anything, mommies, you're going to lay the dry side, drape it over. Don't let it get in your beets. I'm not going to wash my hands. I'm just going to rinse them with water. Dry them real good. And get this beefy guy a carrot. Going to fun little farmer markets is I got a headband while I was getting my ginger because Sprouts was out of ginger last night and it's called Earth Divas. This makes me want to go grow my own garden out in Colorado and get on a hammock and sip my juice. So that will be a reality someday. Plant that seed right now. All right, we're pretty much done. Let's do a couple more gentle, keep this dry, couple more gentles. I love my time in between classes. I hate calling teaching yoga a job because it's not, the word job to me seems so cold and, I don't know, there's no warmth to it. I like to consider it just my passion. And to wake up, we had a great morning bliss class. We had a great start to the new year. I just can't stop smiling right now. Things are so blessed to have so many beautiful people in the world. I love this time in between classes when I can just be with my family and be in my home, and that's what life is all about, just being present. It's hard to do sometimes. Now, before I do anything, before I take a sip of my gorgeous juice, it's wise to go ahead and just get this ready for your next juice, right? Why not? My hands are dirty. I'm already here. So, oh, I forgot about my tea until I just saw it in the background, and I'm super stoked. Okay. So I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to, pour it out. It looks like this, like almost like Play-Doh. It can go down, it can either go in the trash can or in the disposal. I take it all from the center, it's inside out now, and I grab the dry part, I pull it out, and I just focus on rinsing just this part. Just pour it out. Just kind of work your hands so it doesn't take long, but take your time, because remember, your next juice is coming from this cheesecloth. At the end of the day, I throw my cheesecloth on a speed cycle wash in my wash machine, and then I let it dry in the sunlight. And then by the next day, day 2, it's dried, it's cleaned, it's prepared, and it's ready. It's ready to provide nourishment. Nice and rinse. It's going to be kind of stained, but that's okay. That's just memories. That will remind you of all the goodness and all the times you've had with the cheesecloth. All right, give it a good ring. Okay, I'm going to go let that line dry in just a moment, but to wrap up our video, we're going to take a sip. I love this radio station. All this music reminds me of yoga teacher training. Open doors in Boston, just such a life-changing time for me. Okay, lovers. I'm having this now because I'm starving. It's been a while since I've had juice. I just pour it straight in here, lovers. Get every last drop of that goodness. How perfect is this loveliness? And now I know where everything came from. I know how it was prepared and how it was treated. Now it's going into my body, and I'm very, very super excited about it. Let's take a sip. You need a straw. Wow. And I'm not just saying that because I made it. That ginger adds such a nice spice, and then the beet is just like earth just going pow to your face. I dig that. Let's say bye-bye. Actually, I'm going to bring baby Kit over here to say bye-bye. That is so good. You want some beet juice? Oh, he's a big guy now. like, I want it in my mouth. You want another carrot? So let's say you're making them bulk because they're busy. Store in something like this. It's glass. It's got a BPA-free lid. Super gorge. I'm sure we got it on Amazon. But anywho, yep, we love you all to the moon and back, for real. We just love life and we love you. Thank you for being in our life. Namaste.